Well, ever since the early 1990s, when South Africa began its road to democracy after decades of apartheid, people from all over Africa have come here in search of better lives. The African National Congress, the ANC under Nelson Mandela, actually made it quite easy for people from elsewhere in Africa to come and settle here. So there's been a lot of illegal and illegal immigration from all over Africa. The state's statistics agency says there are now about 4 million legal and illegal migrants. That includes refugees in the country. That's, of course, the official figure. Some NGOs say the figure is closer to 6 million. So what you have over here is millions of economic migrants in South Africa competing with South Africans for jobs in a country with a 35% unemployment rate, which is at the moment the highest in the world. The government itself says out of a population of about 60 million, more than 10 million people who should be working don't have jobs. Now, most of these are young people. So you have all these young and angry South Africans on the street, and they're often the main participants in the actions against foreign migrants. So it's easy to feel sorry for the migrants, who, after all, just want better lives for themselves and their families. But equally, it's easy to feel sorry for South Africans who don't have jobs. Yet they walk down their streets and they see stall after stall owned by people from Somalia, DRC, Zimbabwe. At the heart of it all, Esther, is the failure of the South African government to create jobs and a strong economy.
Darren, there have also been several political parties concentrating specifically on migrant issues. What's their message?
Well, what's really concerning at the moment, Esther, is that the anti-black African sentiment in South Africa is being driven on three fronts by three political parties who claim to be leftists, but who increasingly are adopting right-wing tactics and rhetoric. First up, we have the country's third biggest political party, the Economic Freedom Fighters, the EFF. Now, its officials call themselves Pan-Africanists, yet more and more the EFF is showing anything but a warm embrace of its fellow Africans elsewhere on the continent. Its leader, Julius Malema, recently led a number of so-called raids on businesses in Johannesburg to check how many staff members were foreign Africans and whether or not they had legal work permits. He says his greatest hero is a former Zimbabwean liberation leader, Robert Mugabe. Yet, ironically, Zimbabweans are often Malema's main targets.
All right,
Second
Darren,
up, we have Action South Africa.
Darren,
its leader, Roman Mashaba, has really spat vitriol at his fellow black Africans, accusing them of being responsible for a lot of crime, saying they mustn't bring disease to South Africa. He's also said they're overburdening the country's stretched health system. Finally, we have the Patriotic Front, whose name and slogan, "Put South Africans First," says it all. Its leader, Gayton McKenzie, says all illegal foreigners must go. Simple as that. McKenzie insists there's room in South Africa for law-abiding foreigners.
Thank you so much. We're running out of time. Darren, thank you very much for your insight on that. Darren Taylor is VOA's reporter in South Africa.